Okay, so we finally have footage from inside Horror Unleashed. Let's see how Jack looks now.
Oh, you know it, baby.
They're now running the vines all over this tree.
Yeah, there's the well right there.
There's always gonna be a minion. And then even on this side, you'll see the wiring running down.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for another massive Halloween Horror Nights 2025 update. We have some good news and bad news about Horror Unleashed, massive construction updates. We have some other spooky news, some Murdy tweets. But guys, you guys are crushing it. We're on our way to 78,000 subscribers and the next reveal. If you didn't know, we're so close to kind of like dethroning the official HHN YouTube channel. Half of you guys currently are not subscribed who watch the videos. We have a little challenge now. If we hit 76,000, we're gonna have a reward to show you guys, 78,000 and then 80,000. So I own one of the largest HHN collections in the world. So I'm gonna reveal like a jaw-dropping artifact to you guys every single one of those tiers that we hit. Like your mind is gonna be blown. I promise it'll be worth the wait, but we got this. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights shirt of the day. We're gonna go back to HHN 1995 or 5. It says Halloween Horror Nights on the back, and the hat is really cool. The hat says Universal Studios Florida Halloween Horror Nights 5. Then on the back, scream your head off. So on that note, let's roll the commercial.
Hello, kiddies. Crypt Keeper here, master of ceremonies at Universal Studios. All new Halloween Horror Nights with new haunted houses to die for. You'll make some new fiends, play a starring role in a killer show, and lots more.
Don't miss the last 2 weekends of terror. Florida residents save. Advance tickets just $22 at Ticketmaster with a 2-liter Pepsi label.
Party with me at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. You'll dig it.
Okay, welcome back. It's still like 105 out today. This heat's just getting worse.
I can't believe it is now August and we're in the exact same month of the opening of Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay, so good news, we got the camera body back. It was damaged out. I have warranty on it. So we got a new R5 Mark II camera body. The lens, we're still waiting for that to be finished being serviced. So that'll be returning probably this week before my trip to Vegas. And then we have a new 20mm 1.4 lens for the camera body. So we're gonna have some crisp, low light footage coming from Horror Unleashed.
Not too much new with the stage, but there has been a hat that was lost and been placed right there.
I'm at like the point of the year where it's like every day is kind of like Christmas Eve. You know when you like wake up on Christmas morning, you're like, I can't wait for the day. That's what it's like now. Coming to do all these HHN updates and then all the spooky stuff upcoming the next couple of months. I just cannot wait to like wake up and experience this spooky day.
So when you guys wrote in the comments on the last video that the reason they angled the gates is so that the Jaws float could get through. Again, all the candles are still there, the distressing on the pedestals. Now the whole Back to the Future overlay on the ice cream shop has been taken off. They had all the stickers, they've all been removed now. All right, let's pop into 5 and Dime and see if they've restocked the Mel's merch yet. Okay, good news. They got all the sizes restocked for the Mel shirt. This thing's sold out and they restocked it. Not too many sizes, just extra smalls left for the pajama pants, and then pretty much all that Little Boo merch is just kind of sitting. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of the Little Boo merch design this year. The Wyatt 6 shirts are still sold out. They still have the stained glass pieces. Not too much new on this stage. The glassware's still there. Let's walk around and see if they've had anything new over here. And then all the electrical is all nice, neat, and organized. If you come over to this window, it looks like there might be a little Hoss Easter egg, little Skipper Hoss Easter egg. If you look, it says Skipper's Malbec, 1868. All right, let's go check out the HHN bar, see if they've updated anything. It's looking about the same. Sometime this week, we're gonna come in and all the food booths and all the bars are gonna start being built.
So one of my favorite things to do for Halloween Horror Nights is the I'm Asking the Horror Tour. It's like an extra paid experience that you can do. You come in early in the morning and you get to walk through each one of the houses. You spend about 45 minutes to an hour inside each one of the houses, so you can really appreciate all the love and care put into every square inch in there. We finally have the houses revealed, so let's go over that real quick. Okay, so for the 3-house Unmasking the Horror Tour, the 3 houses that you'll be walking through is gonna be Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters, Dolls, Let's Play Dead, and then Grave of Flesh. So those are the 3 houses that you will experience if you purchase the 3-house Unmasking the Horror Tour. Now, if you purchase the 6-house tour, these would be the rest of the houses. You're gonna go through Fallout, Jason Universe, Terrifier, Monsters of the North, El Artista, a Spanish Haunting, and WWE presents The Horrors of the Wyatt 6. So the only house that you will not be able to experience is gonna be Five Nights at Freddy's. So between the 2 tours, you can walk through 9 out of the 10 houses. If you've never done it, highly suggest doing it. We're gonna be doing both the tours a little later in the season. Okay, so we finally have footage from inside Horror Unleashed. A bunch of different content creators were there. Let's see how Jack looks now.
Okay, baby. Let's go paint the town red with what's left of those 2 victims.
Oh, you know it, baby. Because Jack is back and everyone Everyone's a victim! One more time for good measure, Vegas! Say, hell yeah, Jack!
That is not Jack. That doesn't feel like Jack. He's not intimidating. Again, this is like the previews, so it officially doesn't open until like the 14th. So they have some time to tweak it and improve it. Now, I will say, if you remember when Dark Universe opened, we had like handsome Squidward Frankenstein, and then over the next couple weeks they tweaked it, and now it looks like one of the best prosthetic applications.
All right, let's head into 9 Crooked Lanes, see if they've added anything. Looks like they've moved around the foliage slightly. Looks like they moved around the vine work a little bit on the gates when you're first coming in. So it really looks covered and overgrown. I feel like they're pretty much done, just because there's so much detail that's already been put out. Over here by the story pages, they added some little vines or twig work all over the page, and then also it runs down onto the light fixture. And they've also added some fake leaves and some more like the vines right there. They've also added kind of the yarn pumpkin garland along it. And then also more vine work has gone up all over the brickwork right here. So this has all appeared. The fake leaves are here now, and they're running it all just throughout to kind of blend it in with the entire scare zone. But it looks good. I just feel like they're adding more and more grass every single time we come in to kind of blend everything in and make it feel overgrown. It's going to be interesting to see how the characters kind of use this scare zone. Like they'll be able to hide behind there and then hide behind each one of like the bricked story page pieces right there. So again, the light fixture, they're going to have the vines going all over there and then down the page. And then you're going to come over here and they've added more little yarn garland, more fake leaves, more twig work, and it all kind of blends in right there. And I'm sure if we go all the way around it, we'll just see the continuation of the twig work and the vine work. It almost looks like barbed wire, but all these leaves are fake. They meticulously place them in these little spots. I feel like there's a ton of more fake leaves down here. There's all these fake leaves, as if the wind has been blowing the leaves and now they're caught up kind of against the fence. That's how it looks. But they placed all the fake leaves down here. Again, the tall grass. Now if we come over here, we're gonna again see the twig work and vine work along the base of the page. You get the variety of leaves. I like that they did this so that it's not the same like fake leaf over and over again. It's a variety of them. So again, the same thing. The vines are going right along there and it's wrapping around the light fixture. And then again with the kind of the orange garland that got added, more leaves. They're using like little zip ties to combine all the little twigs and vines together. This tree hasn't been finished, but if you look over here, this has been hooked up. So they hooked up all the different pumpkins. You can see the wiring going along the branch, connecting all the pumpkins right there. This cord still hasn't been fully plugged in yet, but you can see all the cords running down the tree down to there. Okay, so that's not the only set of pumpkins that got fully plugged in. Looks like there's another set over here. So it looks like 2 trees are now plugged in with all the pumpkin lights. You'll see all the pumpkins here and you'll see the wiring running down all the way down to the trunk. And then even on this side, you'll see the wiring running down. So they've all been connected for this tree. And then where does the wiring go? Where does it connect? It runs down the trunk. They hit it from the guest view and then it's connecting into the box right there. So the tree when you first come in, this one's been hooked up. This tree still needs to be hooked up, so probably tonight they'll hook everything up. This tree still isn't done. That tree's not done yet. This tree's not done. That tree's not done. This other tree's not done yet. And then these 2 trees aren't done. So it looks like the first trees in each entrance to the scare zone are finished that you'll see. They've also added more milk bottles all over the tree. The yarn was added last week, but they now have 3 milk bottles hanging from the tree. I really would love to see them just like shove a milk bottle inside one of the pumpkins' mouth. It does look like this one branch has had the electrical run. These pumpkins are not hooked up, but this one branch is all hooked up. And then you can see the wiring running down the trunk. All right, let's head over here, see if there's anything new that got added. You know, we gotta say hello to the big old human-sized hairball over there. We saw the yarn pop up, but now we're gonna have milk bottles in the tree. So they have a bottle right there and a bottle right there. They've also added vines everywhere. So they got real vines. These are not fake. They're running all the way over here, all over the little shack. They've added the tall grass all in here. So here's the start of the real plant, and then they're running it throughout the entire area. This is looking great. Get the vines hanging down even here. But yeah, all the grass got added, more vines they attached to the building. They're now running the vines all over this tree, so it all blends in. Again, when you think they're done, they're like, no, we're gonna make it more immersive, more themed. So we got the vines running all over here. These are gonna be the little shacks that have the stained glass cat piece in it. And then over here, they have more vines. So the plants are there, and then they're running them all over the building. And they're even over the tree also. So tall grass got added and vines. All right, let's loop over here. So here's the 3 stained glass pieces. Have the vines grow all around the building. Okay, let's loop around where all the electrical was. Okay, they added some tall grass right there. This is where the scare actor is going to enter into. And again, we have all the tall grass hiding the electrical over there. The other performer will enter here. More grass has popped up, more grass, and then some more grass over there. It's looking really good. Again, we haven't even seen it lit during the nighttime, but during the daytime, it's awesome. Here's a better shot from far away where they can kind of blend in the vines with the natural trees that are always there. There's this little mini scare zone now. The giant house. We have some updates of the house. They've been painting it. They still have some painter's tape right there. It says C on it. We still don't know what's happening on this side. Let's loop around. Looks about the exact same from back here. The roofing hasn't been finished up there yet. They're probably gonna paint this later. If you look closely, one of you guys pointed this out, it looks like cat ears. It almost looks like a little cat frame, right? You got the 2 little ears right there. See if there's anything changing on the inside. Looks like they have changed the door a little bit. All right, so the performer might not come out because if you look here, they're gonna have the door right. They distressed the door a little bit more. It looks like they've added wood there and they've drilled the door to the wood so it always looks like it's cracked open. And then on the door, if you look where the window is, it looks like cat eyes looking at you. But yeah, the door is now cracked open, but they still need to finish the roof. So later this week, we'll see that pop up. All right, nothing new over here.
Yesterday, I did go see the new Naked Gun film. Highly suggest going to see it. The chemistry between the cast is wonderful to see on screen. The jokes and the humor didn't feel censored. There were some good jokes. Go see it in theaters because the entire audience, it was a packed house. Every single person was like belly laughing. I'm gonna do a 7.5 on it, right? It's not a masterpiece, but it's a really good time, and it's great to kind of have a comedy back that doesn't feel censored, if that makes sense. Like there's some jokes in there, I'm like, oh my God, they really did that. So it's not a reboot, it's like still within the same universe, if that makes sense. So if you've seen the original films, you'll get a kick out of some like the nods in the new film to the original. So I want to talk about Horror Unleashed for a second. So we saw the video of Jack. Didn't really feel like Jack, but they have time to kind of fix it and to work on it. Now, a lot of people are writing off this experience. I still have a lot of faith in it because it's the Orlando team in charge of most of it. So we will be there on opening day. We're gonna do a full brutally honest review. We're gonna show off everything within Horror Unleashed to let you know if it's worth the time and money to go out there. But I will say, for like that little preview, I don't know who approved this. The media outlets were posting stuff with the flash on, and it really looked bad. It really made it look cheap, and you should never allow a flash within a haunt unless you're like filming someone walking through. If you're like, you know, filming someone actually walking through, but you should never actually film the set scenes with a flash because it destroys the artistry to the light design. Because lighting makes or breaks a scene. So all these images were coming out and videos were coming out with the flash on, making everything look terrible. I know people who literally canceled their vacations there because of the images that were coming out. I don't think they should allow flash in the house. I think they should allow filming. But again, this is the kind of what we were talking about a couple weeks ago about the problem with not having proper people who know how to film a haunt and who have the proper equipment to film a haunt, because an iPhone does a terrible job of showing off how the haunt looks. So we're not gonna get really good coverage until opening day, because I'll be there and a bunch of my friends with like the big setups to actually film the houses properly with kind of how the you know, art and design and creative team envisioned them. But I still have high hopes. I didn't spoil myself with too much. I was just kind of like seeing the images that were popping up and I was like, what is happening? Why is Universal allowing this stuff to come out? Because Universal never released their own images. So the first images released to the public were just from people. And that's not a good look. Universal should have controlled the scenario, released their own professional images that were taken, so people would be like, oh my God, that's awesome. And then they can compare it to like the new images that are taken. Like, that's not how it's supposed to look. Yeah, Universal kind of dropped the ball on that one by not releasing any images. The only thing they were releasing is images from multiple years ago that were taken in houses here.
The facade is looking pretty finished for Hatchet Chains. I don't know what else more they can add. Yeah, there's the well right there. And you'll enter in right on the porch. Bridge construction update. Slow and steady wins the race with this thing. All these beams have been finished. They're still kind of piecing out, I guess, the length of the boards for the bridge. You can hear them working on the empty bathrooms. I thought it was supposed to be done by the end of July, but they're still working on it. So you know we've had all the speakers that were added. Then they added this box, but now there's like, what cryptic symbol are they doing right there? What's going on? We're by Fast and the Furious right now. Now, as you know, we talked about the Angry Orchard collaboration with Jason Universe. Might be coming to HHN. They released more images of merchandise that's coming with that collaboration.
We get a better look at the Jason Universe and Angry Orchard collab. Again, this is how the can is gonna look with Jason's mask on it. They're also selling koozies now, glassware, and even hoodies with that design.
I know Louis Pizza's still open. We'll talk about what's gonna be popping in there later this week, but I'm surprised it has not closed yet.
There's still nothing that's popped up inside New York besides that one piece of truss work. Also, Five Fires posted some of the menus from Horror Unleashed. They're not online yet. Kind of wish they were, but here's a rundown of the different drinks. Okay, so this is the look at the menu. I don't like this design of Jack. It looks like Jack's just like going through puberty or something. These are gonna be the drinks that are gonna be offered. There's gonna be different bars, but this is gonna be one of the menus. So there's gonna be Jack's Juice, then there's gonna be Harvest of Sorrow, and then the Grave Robber. Another one is gonna be Holy Water. Another drink will be called Bloodsucker. And then the one mocktail will be Take a Chance. So all the drinks cost $19. They will have beers on draft and also canned. They'll have spirits and also wines, and then Coca-Cola products and Monster.
All right, let's pop into the Mummy gift shop. See if there's anything new. If not, we'll go over another little Easter egg inside. Last time we went over the Easter egg for the Invisible Man right there. Now we're gonna go over the Easter egg up here. If you look closely, right up there, you're gonna see the cane actually from the Wolfman. It's hidden right up there. That's a fun little Universal Monster Easter egg. Every update, we'll go over a new Easter egg within the store.
Okay, we're gonna head over to Boris Schuster's office. But you know who else is finally back in the office?
I think it's John Murdy right there.
John! So John Murdy tweeted out this: hey, back in California after a long trip, doing a little inventory on the Monster Room. So John is officially back in California now. He's showing off some of his collection. We have this really cool bust of Creature, the Bride and Frankenstein. I like the little Count Chocula cereal box off to the left. One of the teeth from Bruce from Jaws. We have a little diorama of Bruce, and then some looks like vans of the Universal Monsters. We're gonna have Mount Rushmore, some of the Universal Monsters, the Psycho House, and then over here we're gonna have Dracula and Nosferatu. So cool little collection that John has.
Nothing new with Boris Schuster's office. As you know, the idols disappeared, and then Haas tweeted something's coming. We don't know when and what the tease is going to be, but the stuff is still missing. All right, let's see if they've added anything new to the altars. It's looking about the exact same as Saturday. They still have the speaker. They haven't covered it up yet, and they still haven't added the branches that break through the stained glass yet. Wherever you go, there's always gonna be a minion.
Okay, so a bunch of you guys were asking me, where can you buy the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise? So currently it's only at 5 and Dime and All Halsey Boutique. So there's nothing at City Walk yet. I'm sure we'll get it a little closer to the opening of HHN. Right now, those are the two spots where you can pick up the merchandise or online. But online, a lot of the stuff is sold out. Okay, we're gonna head over to the Hard Rock. Last time we were here, it was too early and the gift shop had not opened yet. So we're gonna go see the new Halloween merchandise over there. Okay, Peter just sent me something I really wanna do. I'm gonna show it to you guys real quick. Margaritaville at Sea. Sail the Haunted Seas from September 28th to November 1st. No tricks, all treats. Sail the haunted seas all October and enjoy sinfully smooth pours, bone-rattling beats, and nights that are anything but quiet. I don't know what's scarier, going on a Margaritaville cruise. I've heard nothing but horror stories, or the actual spookiness happening to it.
All right, we've made it to the Hard Rock Cafe. I'm guessing they're having some AC problems. But the shop's open now, so let's go see the Halloween merchandise in the Rock shop. Okay, so we get a bunch of different shirts. This one's gonna glow in the dark. It's gonna say Hard Rock Hotel. It's got a little spider on it. Now they always have one for the cafe and then one for the hotel. Let's see how it looks on the back. So it says available at the Hard Rock Hotel, so you can only get it at the hotel, but it says Hard Rock Halloween, Hard Rock Hotel welcome. And it's gonna glow in the dark, so that's pretty cool. $75 for the new Halloween hoodie. It's gonna glow in the dark. Goodbye, Beware, Orlando. I have $40 for this shirt. Carnival of Fear, Hard Rock, enter at your own peril. Sideshow and musical festival. So there's this creepy clown and a bunch of sideshow acts. Then this is going to be the standard Hard Rock sideshow shirt that you can pick up here. It's got this creepy clown on the back. Then on the front it'll have a handprint, Hard Rock Cafe, Orlando 2025. All right, then here's the hats. I really enjoy these hats. They're $45 a piece. There's only 500 of them, and they're all numbered. So you're gonna have one with the bloody handprints, Hard Rock Cafe Orlando. On the side, it'll say Halloween 2025, and they're all gonna be numbered. So if you look in here, there's like number 33 out of 500. And then also for $45, they're gonna have the spider hat version. So it's got a green font to it, Halloween 2025, but it's not numbered. I don't see a numbering on the inside of the hat. Seems like only the red hat is numbered. Hat has been acquired. We got 69 out of 500. Time for the epic dirt update. They're moving some dirt right over there. It looks like they're putting pipes in now. They're running pipes. So that's why there's kind of an indentation. Then they'll probably level everything out. But the big pile is just chilling there. Nothing new over here. This looks the exact same. They just kind of flattened out the land after they put the pipes down, but they're laying the pipes over here now. All right, it's time for the next round of Super Nintendo World merch to go over. For $35, you're gonna have the Princess Peach pillow, and then on the back, it'll say Super Nintendo World Super Soft. $79, they're gonna have the Princess Peach hoodie. On the sleeve, it'll say Peach. All right, for an unnamed price, they have a Princess Peach headband that you can pick up. $21 for the Princess Peach little plush, and then $65 for the little kid hoodie. On that note, that's another section covered. We have a couple more left, then we're done.
Okay, the heat is getting to me. Let's go back to the office.
Okay guys, we are back in the office, so we have a little HHN update for Hollywood. There's a new collectible magnet that's dropping for annual pass holders.
Complimentary magnet. From the home of Halloween Horror Nights comes the cutest bride ever. What can we say? We just love her more than ever, Frank. Celebrate the season with this complimentary collectible magnet. Just for past members during Past Member Appreciation Days, starting August 15th through September 30th, 2025. Stop by the Universal Studios store inside the park to claim yours. Just show your valid annual or season pass at the register. Supplies are limited. I will say, these things go super quick in Hollywood. Try to pick it up in the store as soon as possible.
We got a massive week of HHN construction updates. We're back to our regularly scheduled programming because before we know it, we're going to be in Vegas. Let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts about the current Jack design? They have a couple weeks to kind of work on it and tweak it, so I'm not going to fully judge it until I see it in person. I hope there's a little bit of improvement from what we saw. But on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
We love the family.
Because I'm going to keep you up to date on all things Halloween Horror Nights and Universal Studios around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon.
We got 8 out of 500.